Hey there, retired comic in Jacksonville, Florida, taking a walk on the beach, visiting the grandkids today, and I'm realizing that I didn't give myself enough time to really enjoy it, so I'm going against my own advice, but we got here, squeezed it in, and not gonna lie, I wish I didn't have to squeeze things in all the time, which brings me to my point. Mitt Romney has announced that he's going to retire. Now, like I said, this is not about politics. It's about a politician, and I'm using that politician to make a point. I say, they say, whoever says that comparison is the thief of joy. But my saying is perspective is the gift of awareness. And you've heard me say this before. I'm 55 plus, and everywhere I go, people ask me, when are you going to retire? I'm like, well, I'm having fun. I mean, I'm busy. I'd like to be less busy sometimes, but I am having fun. And in healthcare, particularly with COVID, there's a lot of times where I wasn't having fun. So I'm not looking to retire, but I am looking to be able to do more things like this with the grandkids. Everybody I talk to, though, yeah, they say that, but they also say, well, I need another year to get more money or this or that. It's not about money. It's just not. Mitt Romney, here's the comparison. Oh, and I did a thing earlier about Mitch McConnell meeting a Lady Gaga in his life. And so here, the politician meets the musical artist is Sheryl Crow, and all I want to do is have some fun. Now, that song was actually about people down and out in LA when she wrote it, and people that all they were doing was sitting around and drinking and having a good time. Well, Mitt has he's had a long career, and he can have a good time without sitting around and wasting his life, and I think that's what's going on. It's time. It's not about money. He could have afforded to do this a long time ago. Anyway, I thought I was under it. Hey, I'm taller than I thought. That guy's fishing, and I walked right into his line after telling him I wouldn't. So, anyway, the comparison is, or the perspective I'm trying to share is that I'm trying to figure this all out. I'm having fun, so I'm going to keep working, and I can't quite afford to not work. But people seem to think it's about being able to afford to not work. I mean, hell, there's several YouTube video people that are very successful talking about retire as early as you can and you'll figure it out. So they know it's not about money. But for a lot of people, it's also about ego. And I don't know much of anything about Mitt Romney, but at 76 years old, maybe he's setting ego aside to have some fun finally. And again, I talk about humor being a healthy understanding of moments other people reject or recognize. If he has recognized that it's his time to have fun, great. Go sing some songs with Sheryl Crow at 76. I mean, the point is, I have all these people ask me, when are you going to retire? And I keep starting to let that affect me. Like, I'm 61, by the way, and I keep thinking, well, I could do this or I could do this and then have some fun. And yet, when I went and had my knee looked at the other day, it's giving me hell. The guy that looked at my knee is 66. And then I went back to where I work. One of the businesses I'm involved with is a thing called PACE, a program for all-inclusive care for the elderly. And the medical director there is 77. And I'm like, at 61, why am I even talking or thinking or defending that I'm still working when people I'm relying on are still working and much older than me? They found the balance, I guess. And, that's what I'm recognizing. Even though my neighbors are like making a joke about they're retired, and my neighbors in particular aren't bored, but I've met a lot of people that come back to volunteer because they're bored. All I'm saying is you make your own decision at your stage in life, and recognize what situation you're in. A healthy understanding of moments others recognize or reject. It's not about money. It's not about your neighbors. It's about what's in your heart. It's about what makes you feel good. And I would feel good if I could see my grandkids a little bit more. And I would feel good if there's a lot of e-bikes on this beach. Of course, when I say it, there's none to show you. But I keep having this fantasy of driving around in my RV and getting out on my e-bike on my e-bike and exploring. So for me, it's just do some of that while I'm doing this. Funny thing, look at this. If you, I'm greasy. I got that sunblock on. I used to always say, for me, a vacation is any day I don't have to shave. Maybe you need a little bit more actual vacation in your life, so here I am on a beach in Jacksonville, and it's very customary to rain whenever I come to visit them. It's almost a joke, and it rained like crazy earlier on, but now we got a beautiful afternoon. I'm getting a little walk in, sharing this video with you, and thank you for being here. Oh, I went up to Jacksonville, the comedy club, and knocked on the door to see if I could do a guest spot, and so far the answer is no. Only because they didn't answer the door. I'm gonna try again tonight, but in the meantime, have fun and let humor work. We'll see you around.